Good morning, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. And those who are watching on Twitch, welcome back. Um, yeah, we have returned to Final Fantasy XIV, and if I do remember correctly, we met Master Sid, in the last time. And we are now going to figure out what the hell the Empire wants within Eorzea. So let's just get on going. He who waited behind. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Elaine. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the Calamity, with much like the Great Gabu Wall of Uldar. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Coerthas. The Great Gabu Wall. That is such an amazing thing. Let me see if I can find a picture of that. Let me grab this. Hold on a second. And I think hold on. Getting it right is a real pain in the butt. And there we go. So I think I've talked about this some time ago, is that when the original Final Fantasy XIV game was released, it was like a complete hot mess. And the developers at Square Enix decided to get a complete reboot of the game done, while still updating and patching the old one. And what they did was, towards the end of that old game, throw waves and waves of enemies at the players. And the players who were still loyal to the game at that point, they just formed this great Gabu wall in front of the city of Uldar. And it is absolutely amazing to find that such a bit of outside lore has found itself into the new game. So yeah, I really wanted to show you that. And that's so absolutely amazing. So yeah, let's just go back to the game itself and continue. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Coerthas. Mayhap the Serpent stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you in silence. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Elaine. Will do. Now, where exactly do I need to go? That is in the North Shroud. I believe what I'm going to do instead, though, is go to the South Shroud, to Camp Tranquil, and see if I can continue on my White Mage questline. Oh brother, where art thou? Elaine, I owe you an apology. When last we spoke, I promised that I would find a way to convince my brother to accept you, but I fear he intently refuses to heed my words. Why? The more I try to reason with him, the more he shuts his ears to me. All pride and no common sense, that one. I can scarce believe we are kin. So intent is he that to prove that you are unneeded that he dashed out into the forest all alone, boasting that he would placate every last elemental and save the forest all by himself. Oh God, pride cometh before the fall. Needless to say, such a task is far beyond his powers. There is a part of me that would like nothing more than to see the foolish boy learn his lesson, and yet, as his sister, I fear for him. Would you go look after him, Elaine? Seed seer or no, he is in many ways still a child, and the forest grows ever more unsafe these days. I thought to go myself, but if you were to save my brother from his own recklessness, perhaps he might finally see how fatuous he has been. When last I spoke with him, he announced his intentions to begin his efforts in the Bramble Patch. With any luck, you may still find him there. Now please go in haste, before some ill fate befalls him. Okay, Bramble Patch. That is in the East Shroud. So with a quick teleport, we should be able to get there soon. And off to the north. And into the Bramble Patch. And these wild animals should not be attacking me, because I should be high enough level that they don't care a fig about that. And there he is, Arun Sana. If it isn't my sister's favorite adventurer, come to show me up, have you? Well, you can march right back and tell sister that I'm doing just fine. I am only resting. Even if I were hurt and unable to placate this tree, what could a run-of-the-mill adventurer like you do about it? Probably more than you think. That was almost. Oh, not you, not you, not you. Not you. That there just goes to show that you should always pay attention to your health. I clicked the wrong button. Oh, there we go. Let's rip up this last lintel. Leave me alone. There's absolutely no danger to me. Audio is a tad loud. Okay. Just give me a second. Well, a little bit more than a second, I'm afraid. Beginner's luck. If you think healing a sapling or two is going to convince me that you are a worthy inheritor of the teaching of Master Atoa, Arun, you yourself do not believe those words. Sister, what are you doing here? Seeing to my pig-headed brother's safety. What do you think I am doing? For better or worse, it would appear you suffer only from bruises to your leg and your pride. Arun, for all your obstinacy, I know that deep down you are no fool. No, you are wise beyond your years. You realize as well as I the dire fate that will befall Gridania if we do not quell the Great One's fury and restore peace to the wood. The adventurer is not Pajali, this is true, but what of it? Would you blindly trumpet tradition as the very forest turns against us and brings ruin to our home? We have a greater calling to answer. You know this. I do, sister. Oh, my dear Arun, what are sisters for, if not to forgive their little brothers' fits of folly? Now, Elaine, I believe the most important task of all still awaits us. Let us return to Camp Tranquil. Okay, now that we're back, let me go check about the settings and down the volume a little bit, and I hope this will work. So, Farron, please let me know if the sound is a bit better right now. Elaine, thank you. I knew it was only a matter of time before our room came around to reason, and yet his hesitance to accept you was not entirely unfounded. When we first met, I promised that one day I would share with you the tale of how white magic came to be regarded as a forbidden art. Well, I suppose this is as good a day as any for the telling. The tale begins some 3 millennia ago, in the 5th astral era. It was the time of the endless frost, when a barren wasteland of snow and rime stretched as far as the eye could see. I'm also going to down my own sound a little bit. Now, Farron, please, if you're still there, let me know how the sound is right now. Food was scarce and warmth scarcer. The histories hold many a grim tale of those who died in their beds, starving and benumbed. So did our ancestors discover magic, born out of the most fundamental instinct, survival. In time, the winter thawed, and magic was no longer essential for survival. But once awakened to its conveniences, there was no returning to how things once were. Ere long, the people discovered all the myriad ways in which magic could be employed, and civilization flourished. But prosperity breeds contempt, and nations warred for power and riches. So did the people seek greater and greater power, to rain destruction down upon their enemies. So was born black magic, the most devastating form of sorcery the world had seen. Okay, yeah, that sounds alright. While you're here though, I wanted to show you that I have gotten myself a new water bottle, and this is what I had printed on it. So what do you think? There, that's a good focus, I think. Yeah! Very cute. So yeah, yay! Chocobo water bottle. At the same time, another form of magic emerged, brought forth by those who would keep this immense destructive power in check. That is white magic, our magic. Your chocobo is named Ruffles? What do you do when you greet Ruffles? Ruffle his feathers? Does this surprise you? Just as there can be no dawn without the night, the white and black are but two sides of the same coin. War raged on, and magic was used and abused with little concern for the consequences. And consequences there were. Unchecked use of magic soon dried the flow of Aether, threatening to bring blight to the land. Why not? Why wouldn't you let Ruffles out and enjoy, like, well, I don't know if he's gonna enjoy this weather because it's like streaming water, but, you know, take him out once in a while. Go for a spin. The magic of healing, it made little difference. If used with no concern for the Aether, our magic could prove as ruinous to the land as the most devastating black magic spell. And so it was that the practicing of white magic was forbidden, with one exception. You have a lot of mounds. Well, I mean, Ruffles is the original one, so show him some love sometime. Okay? Please? The Paja. Our kind were entrusted as sole shepherds of the now forbidden art, to serve as healers and bringers of peace, while ensuring that this great power would never again be misused. Though he is still young, our room feels this profound sense of responsibility as strongly as any of us. Thus his hesitance to accept you. But having seen your abilities and the sincerity of your intentions, you can rest assured his doubts have been dispelled. With the three of us united in place and purpose, and your skills ever growing, the day that we may perform the quieting draws near. To our fortune, the Great One has not yet been entirely consumed by fury, but our time remains short. To commune with the Great One and restore the 12 to its former state of harmony, we must truly be one of heart, one of mind. It is to this end that Atoakan has guided you to us. Further your mastery of our artillery, and let us mend the wounds of the wood together. Yay! Even bigger cure spell. Yay! Now, let's see what level we need to be for the next part. 45. Okay. Alright, so let's go to Firebolt Float. For the main quest line. In the meantime, let's find where our Cure 3 has gone. I think it's under here. Oh, I can't have that one yet. Never mind. Cure 3. Where are you? Cure 2. There is Cure 3. MP cost 1500. 1.97 cast time. So that's the same as Cure 2. But it's less effective? Oh, and all party members. So that is basically a better version of Medica? Especially since Medica is nearby party members? Now that is really, really good to know. I'm going to move these a little bit differently though. By the way, Farron, you were gonna tell me about the new patch. Mind you, no spoilers if possible. Is there aught I can assist you with, miss? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with 4-4 at Florentel Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish though. Even should you locate the ship, would you need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Yeah. I mean, Medica cost 900, while Cure 3 costs 1500, so that is very, very MP intensive. However, I would also kind of argue that, considering that you yourself said, I think at some point, that what's the name? That especially towards endgame, healers are expected to actually do damage. So to be able to, you know, get your party top can actually be a boon, but it's still a matter of judging the situation, right? If your party is taking light damage, then, you know, you probably don't even need to top them up, let alone use a massive cure spell for that. You have come in search of Vortifor? Then well met. You have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Situational, since its range is not the best. But with Medica, the tooltip says that it has to be within a certain range, and Cure 3 says all party members? Is that wrong in some way? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Cold reception. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to attain them, you would need to deal with the Asgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamut descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plight of other nations. Words are hard, as always. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you, prove yourself useful. They may deign to assist you, should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Now, I believe that means we are needing to go into the next area. However, we also have some hunts to complete. So let's just do that. So we need to find this big mouth Orobon in the South Shroud. So let us check that. See if we can find it. Lower paths. That is close to Eastern Thanalon. So let's just go there. Let's do some hunting. Let's hope we are successful in quickly rooting out where we need to go. First, the Orobon, which I hope is around here. It doesn't look like it's right here. And nor there. So I would reckon it's in the swamp, and I think I've spotted a couple of them. So let's take them down. 72 players? What? 72 in a single instance? How does that work? I would really, really like to know that. Okay, I believe that's this done. Yay! Now, let's see, Eastern Land of Skea, Coerthas, so we don't need that one yet. South Shroud in the Snake Mold. That's North Shroud, Coerthas, also in the Snake Mold, and Coerthas. So, 3 more here in the South Shroud. Sorry, 2. A mouse and a will-o-wisp. They should be in this area about here. There we go. Should keep this up actually. I need to call 4 of these. Now we've gone through this area before, but it was really high level at the time. I think we were like level 31 or so. So it should be much easier to go through this area now to find the things that we need. This is the second Deep Void Death Mouse. That should be it. Now we need to find 2 more, as well as some will-o-wisps. And let's see if we can avoid the tree ants doing that. Oh, hold on. Now I should also use my chocobo. Avienda. Okay. That's 3. And here's the 4th one. I must say, with Avienda around, these battles are a lot faster. By the way, Farron, I am in combat, so how's the sound now? Still a bit loud. Okay. Is it the music or is it the effects? Effects. So let us push that down. Yeah, let's see how that works now. I have another will-o-wisp to take down. How about now? To me personally, it doesn't sound that loud anymore, but you know, I probably have things that are a little bit different. This is all Coerthas. That is North Shroud, where we will go later. That's the Bloodshore in Eastern Lanoscea, so let's go there. Eastern Lanoscea, Wineport, I think. Sounds good to you. Great! Yay! Stretchies! Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to go to Costa del Sol, I think, because that's where the Bloodshore is. Oops. And we are looking for a critter called Bloodshore Bell. I'm thinking that it's probably on the shoreline itself. But there is only one way to actually find out. That is one big crab. That's part of a fate, I think. Yep. Can we make this one a little bit smaller? I don't think so, can we? Let's put it down here. Oh. It is not here. Maybe up there. Bloodshore Bells. Oh, I don't see anything quite yet. Those are kick-ins. Do not care about those. Or at least not now. Passageway. So I suppose we need to be checking on this side of the shore. And possibly... Oh, nope! There we go! Vienda. Four of these. By the way, Farron, if you'd like, you could join me for the Maelstrom hunts. Because I'm fairly sure that for those I need to get into a dungeon. Okay. Now I have only 4 left, of which 1, 2, 3 are in the Coerthas Central Highlands, and 1 is in the North Shroud, which I can get to when I go back to the main quest. So I will go on to the Maelstrom ones. That's Halatali, Bramble Patch, in the East Shroud. Oh my god. East Shroud. Let me go check that out. Black Shroud. Oh, that's the wrong one. East Shroud. Bramble Patch. I guess I have not much of a choice there. We go to the East Shroud, but at the same time we are going to find a group for Halatali. Around this and into the stump we go. Now, I've never seen these sylvan groans around here, so probably in a slightly different direction than I'm used to. So they are over there, but am I allowed in there? It doesn't seem like it. Oh, it's from down there. Okay. Looks like, yep, there we go. A hidden passage. So we need 3 of each. Okay, it's 1 of each done. That's another 1 of each. And our duty is ready. So we can, yes! We managed to finish our hunt before we were able to whisk away to our instance. No, that's totally fine, Farron. Oh, you're going on holiday next week? That's cool. How long are you going to be away for? Need 1 fire main, 3 doctore, and 5 heckle rooms. Okay. also remember that I have only access to my base level spells. And not all the spells that I would like. Go. A few days. Okay. Do you have anything planned during your holidays? Just some sightseeing? Okay, that's 2 of the 3 done. Now only a fire main left, which is exactly here. And by the looks of it, we might even be able to take this one down. Healing. By the looks of it, we might want to actually do some healing. That should be it. And another hand done. Ooh, treasure! Green. Definitely green. And no need of these low-level items. Actual fight. here. Thank you, Lyra. Hey Ragton, welcome in, welcome back. How are you? You went on a date? Nice. How did it go? Oh, you didn't went on it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's get out of that electrified water. That's good to hear, Ragzan. At least you had fun. Can I ask you, have you told her how you feel about her? Oh, music is too loud? Will do, will do. Music, music, music. BGM, I suppose. Oh. That's too bad. I do hope you find someone though. You definitely deserve it. Yay! Achievement! What's that? Some kind of minotaur? Well, let's put the ugly bugger out of his misery. Okay, in the meantime. Oh, we have some on the other side as well. I think the party may have forgotten about that. There we go. Nice try. Using the earth against us. Don't forget to hit you in between. Where are they coming from? There and there. This is probably going to be the last. Ooh! That's a big hit all of a sudden. Don't worry, I've got you. There we go. Commendation. I wanted to go to one of the DPS for a change. No! I didn't get that one. Oh well. And now it's part of a fate? Dang it. I don't want... Dang it! I just want to get rid of that one Sylvan, whatever it is I need. Done, and as I said, I don't really want to be a part of this fate, so I will find the next thing to do, which is in southern Thanalan, in Broken Water. Southern Thanalan. Okay. But in what way did they change Halatali, Farron? In Thanalan in Broken Water, right? Amaja Bruiser. Okay. Probably somewhere near. They changed the boss mechanics in a good way, I hope. No, not there. I need to go here. Amalja Bruiser. And I think it's around this place. I can't be sure, and especially considering that this is swarming with rock golems, I am thinking I am at the wrong place. But I do see some Amalja here, and there are a couple of bruises amongst them, so you think they're better. Okay. Well, when they did the right thing. The one taking a bit of beating. Let's heal her up. There's a lot of seers, but I want bruisers. You and that should be enough. Okay, cool. Now, Ixali, North Shroud, Alder Springs, and Coerthas. So, yeah, we should be going back to the North Shroud then. North Shroud, Alder Springs. So I don't know where exactly. So we're just gonna have to hope we go in the right direction. Is in Alder Springs, so I am going to take a guess and go south. And see if that by any chance is the right location. But unfortunately those are Kikins and not Ixali, so not here then. Therefore, we shall turn west. Take the lowers. See if there's any of them down here. Kind of doubt it by the looks of it. Okay. You won't find them if you don't look. Now we can set our sights more north. Oh, and in the meantime, I believe we also had some like dryads in Proud Creek in North Shroud, which is over here. Am I even in the right location? I am for the Ixali. Finding anyone here. So we continue our search. Where might those exactly be at? Oh, dang it. I jumped down. That's not what I meant to do. Get back up there again. Almost fell down again. It's not there. There. It's not here either. I'm starting to think that those Exali are indeed on the other side over here. So, without further ado, let us return to Folgord and go in from the other side. We need to go there anyway, so it's alright. South there just in case. There we go. Found them. Go. Please. And should be easy pickings right now. There we go. So that means we only have in Coerthas left, and the ones in up there north should be easy. Should be fairly quick. There we go. Now these are going to be a little bit harder to deal with on the account of them being quite higher level, but they should still be fairly easy to deal with. There we go, that's the first one. And I need 4 of them. Second one down. You are not a Dryad. Let's see, any other Dryads around here? At least one. Yay! One more. That is totally fine. Fate failed. Triad! That's the last one. And back to Falgord we go. And then up north into the Coerthas Highlands. Is it just me, or is this Chocobo faster than when I got her? It's like the speed bonus you get on a Chocobo level dependent or something? Okay, so... Or is it location dependent? Because I was definitely going a lot faster in... As you do quest, you get faster movement in A Realm Reborn. Okay. Yeah, because this is a lot slower than I was in the North Shroud. And while I am here, I know that I have to find me an Ixali Wild Talon, as well as, let's see, the Ordinary Caracal, Downy Avis and Dragonflies. Favorite Realm Reborn area. Why is that? Wait. Is that a giant tree? Or is that the airship Enterprise? What on earth is that? Let me see if I can get a better angle at it. Go away, rock. You like snowy landscapes? Yeah, then this is a really good area to be in. Well, I can't find the critters I am looking for right now, so let us go on to the main quest. Is there any way you can see where you have faster movement, by the way, Farron? Is that these, like, feathery things? Well, it can't be, because I don't have the feathery thing in the North Shroud. I really don't know. Travel, where can I see that? Travel mount speed. Oh! And that's purely based on quests? The number of quests that you do there? did not know that. Well, story progress. Okay. So basically we haven't progressed far enough into Western Lanoscea to get story progression there. And the same goes for Northern Tanlan. I haven't even been there. So, yep. Yep. Checks out. Thank you. Before I go on though, I do need to take another quick break. We'll be back in, yeah, a minute or two. See you soon. And I am back. Yay! I put on my sheesh. Hold on a second. I am being called on my mobile, so I'm gonna go be right back again. I am back. I am really sorry about that. I just happened to look down at my phone just after I returned for my quick break, and that was a clinic which I am going to get my SRS, a correctional surgery. So that was really important that I take that. And they gave me some really, really good news that I was really hoping for. Is that they have managed to find a spot for me for surgery for the 19th of June. So I am absolutely ecstatic right now. I am so happy. I wouldn't even... Yeah, thank you. It is... God. Yay! Thank you, Farron. Yeah, the main thing is that I could have done it quite a bit closer to home in a local hospital here. But they had this massive waiting list, wouldn't be able to tell me how much time it would take. And because I really, really want to go back to school in September, and I know this kind of surgery, even though it's not nearly as requires nearly as much recovery as the main surgery did like a year ago. It's still something that's really annoying to have to deal with during the school year. So yeah, being able to get this done before the summer is up is really good for me. So yay. No, I totally get that, Ragzin. You know, being in love, that really, really does things to you. So yeah, you go on. You know, keep that feeling with you. And I really do hope that it works out. After all. So, yay. Oh God. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm completely off my rocker right now. I completely didn't expect this. Especially considering that yesterday I received actually really bad news that the dates I had originally received weren't possible after all. So getting this news today is like not just icing on the cake, but getting the cake with it. No. Yeah, that's really nice. So, yeah. Yeah, I understand that, Ragzin. However, I don't want to rain too much on your parade, but knowing girls, that is probably her saying like, let's be friends. I mean, I think she likes you well enough. But well, you know, the thing is, Ragzin, while she might like you in game, she also knows that, you know, it is a game. And have you even ever met like offline before? In the meantime, by the way, I'm gonna deal with some of these hunts. Like, however much we would love to get together with the people we meet online, that really rarely happens, especially when it's in-game. And yeah, she's probably just trying to protect herself. So with a little bit of luck and time, she might come around. So I would say don't push it too much, and just be friends, and let time see where it will take you. At the same time though, I would also recommend not to just wait and hope and keep waiting and hoping, and keep looking around you. Like, there's probably plenty of girls around in the area where you live. Let's see, can't go there. One hunt done. Avis, Dragonfly, and that goes Ixali. There we go. Done. Rank 1 for the Maelstrom. Done. Achieve the rank of Stone Sergeant 3rd class or higher. Well, that's not going to happen for a while, so let's just see if we can find the Avis. It's in White Brim, and that's Providence Point, which is along the route. So yeah, the Club of Opinions have taken part of them. You mean as in, yep, they have been noted and they have been brushed aside because feelings and emotions, they don't care about opinions of anyone else, right? Excuse me? Can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Huh, how absurd. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Oh wait, sorry, I read that wrong. The Club of Opinions have taken part of them. Like, you've taken the part of the advice that I give you that is actually useful to you? Is that what you meant? Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Yeah. I figured. However, it's still good to hear this from someone else. To have the things that the things that we already know, to have that resonated with other people telling us actually works rather better than us trying to make sense of the things that we think of ourselves, if that makes sense. Ooh, that's a fairly decent upgrade. Let's see. Ooh. Well, sorry for ranting at you, Ragzin, but I'm really glad that you stayed around for it. And, you know, I really hope that you do find, you know, that special, you know, connection. If it is with Sophia, that's all the better. But, if it is... You don't believe you can date a Swedish cis woman? Why not? What's wrong with that? Farron, you played 13 hours yesterday. Did the patch drop yesterday? Did you say that? Yeah, then, you know, Farron, I would suggest you taking a small break. I mean, yes, it is nice to experience all the content as soon as you can after it comes out. However, you know, you are going to go on holiday for a couple of days, like next week. So save a little bit of your energy, both physical and mental, for that. And, you know, savor the expectation of being able to come back and enjoy that content even more after you come back. Now, Ragzin, the thing about cis women is they are no different from non-cis women. As for Swedes, like any other nation in the world, there are good ones, there are bad ones. It doesn't really matter. Like, I can list 1,000,001 good Dutch people. I could also list a couple of bad ones, but that doesn't make them all bad. If you are suggesting what I think you're suggesting, I would say that is a good idea regardless. Getting some release is good. Anyways, let's continue. The unending war. Oh, not that! I am sorry! A tiger bomb for the shoulder! Oh god. My mind is way too dirty for this. Farron, you heard the man. Go get some tiger balm for your shoulder. Shaking my head. Yep. Shaking your head indeed. Alone have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. It is not actually all that sore. Do you actually believe that? Or is that you just trying to make yourself, to persuade yourself that you can continue playing? Yeah. Get away from him. Go. The other one should sort itself out. The knight does not respond. Why not? There we go. You just play, then die, sleep, revive, eat, game die. If you don't have carpal tunnel syndrome by the end of a content patch, you're doing it wrong. Well, you know, I play basketball. Getting carpal tunnel syndrome is really, really bad for my shot taking. I know you're joking. I'm just messing with you. I love you, Raglan. How does this work for my camera? Like that. Yay. If it wasn't for you, miss, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumours were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Yes, Farron, pay more attention to your wrist. Like, when I'm streaming and my wrist is starting to hurt, I will be more careful, and when I think that, you know, it's getting to a point where the pain is definitely noticeable, like all the time, that's the point where I'm like, yep, I'm not gonna go on, because that is just gonna, you know, fuck it up in a way that is not easily fixable. You slept 2 hours in 24 hours? So, yeah, I suppose that means that you can be, like, a bit eh. What doesn't hurt is the thing, not what does. And tendrils of titan fiber. I am sorry, Farron, maybe you are able to help with this, because I have absolutely no idea. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. Sinews? Not the muscles? I mean, God, I am not really good at biology, and so your muscles are made of adamantium, and your sinew is made of titan fiber? Am I reading that correctly? We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Admel. It's up there, it seems. Do I go in here? I do go in here. There you are, Admel. You don't break easily, and then you say you like Dijon mustard? Really? The lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Voldemort up above. I will indeed. I just hope this stairway doesn't go on forever. Come on, stairway, end. Nope. Further up we go. Now then, I do hope we don't have to go up here more often, because that would be rather annoying. Voldemort. What have you to say, sir? No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between sovereign nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of her Lone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship, of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Voldemort. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume, you honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Dorindair's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Dorindair in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. That's pretty sad. I guess we will have to find another way to gain access to the records. Men of honor. You there, madam. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the street chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to you. Yes, I could do that. I need to go down here. Jump down. I may be dead here. I am not quite dead. Thanks to this lamp for breaking my fall, because if it had not been there and I had hit the ground, I actually would have died. So, yay for lighting fixtures. Really? Oh, well, that is good to know. Can't die from fall damage if you're not aggroed. So basically I was at 1 HP, which I think checks out, because I think the fall damage indicated that it did like 1484 damage. Oh, it's still fun to believe that the lamp broke my fall. So I'm going to believe that, okay? What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the exile were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. So you'd rather freeze to death, get beaten to death by the Ixali, than be rescued? Some people... Oh god, I have to run all the way back up. And why can I do this while on a chocobo? Not that I'm complaining, mind. Your favorite thing in that place was always to try to jump down onto the lamps? And I did that without even trying? So, who's the best jumper? The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. but you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you have already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Okay. Shall we see if we can do that again? And I missed. Shouldn't have jumped. Should not have jumped. Should have just walked off. In here, I think. Portelaine. Tell me, sir. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses? I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but yet while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses? It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Well, I do suppose that's kind of fair. Like 3 for 3? 3 for 3. Now, I understand that you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helenart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. All these names? Well, let us find this shipment. There it is, I think. Suspicious. But it looks like it's like right on the edge of the road. In a straight line. So I am expecting an ambush. And there we go. Exactly as expected. And there we go. It's always fun getting introduced to the high houses of Ishgard. Why do I get the feeling that is said with like at least a portion of disdain? Hmm? Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Just a little. Like, a little? God's bless you, friend. It's all here, every last but... Ah, but wait. That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells. That's the personal property of Lord Francel too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury take me! A draconian rosary, in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Helenard is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Helenard. If I am not mistaken, this is the guy who sent me upon the path of trying to recover the stolen items, and I have strong suspicions that he is the heretic around here, who has planted or has had planted that draconian rosary. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Obviously. Also, I am going to grab me some food real quick, because my stomach is starting to growl, and I do need a little bit to keep me going for just a while longer. Get me some apricot jam. That's better. The Rose and the Unicorn. Come close, alas, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Helenard for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. Let me quickly check what this quest is about. And I think this is the start of a dungeon quest, so I am going to pick that up. Just in case. And I think I was right, because there is a dungeon right over there. Cold, cold. Okay, complete. And I should now have access to the Zemile Darkhold. Exactly. Cool, thank you. Now on to Lord Francel. No. Look at that cute Gabu. Where do I need to go? Up there, I think. I still wonder what on earth that thing is, though. Because it looks suspiciously like a crashed airship. Also, no, that is not a question for spoilers. If it's not something that is spoiled within the story, please answer. If it is, do not spoil it. I should not have done that. Also, look at the guy next to Lord Francel. He's called, and I will say it in French because I believe that is the correct way to pronounce it, Stefano. But if you say it in English, Stefan not. Really? You don't remember details, so you're gonna feign ignorance? Yeah. I suppose you have probably not gone through the story for quite some time. Or at least not have paid attention to much of it. Yes? You look as though you have something to say. Do you? Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket? Or are you happy to meet me? The innuendo there. I see Sir Carolo has not forgotten my mother's favourite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. Didn't really pay attention to the story until Heavensward. So, including base game, which of all the expansions do you think is best story-wise? That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the Draconian Rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbour even the slightest doubt, This will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. Shadowbringers, that's the second one? Or the third one? You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Third expansion even. That's a long way down. Well, we'll get there when we get there. Lord Horshaphand of House Forton commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. That way. And then up north we go. Wait, is that? No. There is a crystal there. There is a crystal in Camp Dragonhead. And which, pray tell, does it flip-flop with? Endwalker. That's the latest one, if I remember correctly. Well, unless there's been one that has been released, like, in between, in the last year, I think. The unmistakable swagger of a well-travelled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why ye have come. Dawntrill's the most recent one. I am so sorely out of tune with this. Well, all the more reason to keep streaming this until I have actually reached the end of Dawntrill. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? The airship. So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Coerthas before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartano, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Forton. Yay! More monies. The Talk of Coerthas. Lord Horsefort has a proposal for how he... Oh, hold on. That's the description. I'm not reading the description. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Forton included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. One of your favorite characters? Horsefort? Or the Gabu Sproutling? However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. I am sorry about that, but that was not readable. Horsefort. Okay. But the Gobi, yep, it is up there. Lady Ninny of mine own House Forton, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travellers. There is also Cavaler of House Helenard, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to pass. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Forton. Do not concern yourself with House Zemail. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. Will do. So one of them is up here somewhere. Not to forget to attune myself to the Aetheryte. I think it's in here. There we are. Madam Ninny. Why, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Forton does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Helenard have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Yeah, I have my suspicions, and I think that Inquisitor is in the thick of it. It's in here, I think. There you are, traveller. Halun, grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Horsefort? I want to help you, I truly do. But these accusations of heresy have thrown House Helenard into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. Yeah, I can understand that. And back to the chief astrologian we go. And do not forget to have a chat with the Chocobo Keep. And on we go. Ascend the 1,000 stairs. You know, this may sound like really weird, but I kind of like it that when I am moving the camera with me to move around the corner, my Chocobo just tilts to the side a little bit. I think that is a really nice touch. I gather you've been busy since last we spoke. Lord Horshaffon's missive was positively glowing. But if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Isgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived in Coerthas, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Isgardian society. Yeah, how do you think that would happen? Because he is looking everywhere except where he needs to look. Probably himself. Blind faith will get you nothing. If Lord Horshaffon wishes to waste his days by chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present affairs of state. State of affairs. Okay. Let's return. Unfortunately, very empty-handed. Have a chat with the Chocobo Keep down here. I mean, down there. And then go in and have a chat with Lord Horshaffon. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Coerthas is consumed by this talk of heretics in the High Houses. We can only hope that my source in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. I do hope so too. Road to Redemption. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Fransel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. Will do. Now, where exactly is that? Up north. Okay. So north we go, outside the gate. And I believe that is the place one of our hunts is at. So while we go there, we might as well look out for the Downy Avis. There we have one. Let's have Avienda out there to help us. I do like some help in combat, especially of a chocobo who kicks ass. Okay, that's 2 of them down, and that there is going to be the 3rd. Probably need 4, but I can hope. We can deal with the 4th later. First, let's find out where Lord Francel is at. There he is. Who goes there? Elaine? No! Stay back! The fiend is still there. It's Grand Davis. Well, it will not be grand for long. Down it goes. We'll aid the knights, because they have been through quite a lot. I heard the beast cries from over yonder. The Lord Francel is safe? Bless you, miss. Bless you. You're welcome. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. I suspect betrayal. Here you go, ma'am. Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Helenard if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, miss. House Helenard will remember your kindness. And now Lord Francel himself. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Skilkin. Moreover, it was House Helenard that yielded the steel vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Okay, that's that done. Now, grab the last of the Avis. And return to Lord Horshafon. Hello, sir. I have returned. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a woman who might later be declared of a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name and, by association, yours. Following the evidence. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So it was found in a locked chest labelled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickerman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Coerthas, so he may have an inkling of who could be responsible. Okay. Rickerman. Some tampering with shipments? Fury strike me down. If all the rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted? Hey now, don't you give me that look, lass. I'm a House Hellenard man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing this shipment did it though. I know most of them what work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it... Could it have been the fellas who were responsible for the inspections? Is Guardian Knights and Inquisitors the lot of them, as if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think of it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from White Brim Front today. You might consider having a word with them. Sure. Wait, this is not the way. That is the way out. Let's go. Pathetic porter. Sir? Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Hellenard's shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Okay, cool. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. But that's impossible. Once the knight at White Brim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Horsefall, I will not be held accountable for this. Now I can understand that. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickaman have to say? More draconian rosaries? In every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks? That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Helenard's words are hard. It is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Helenard's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand, and praise alone that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. And with that, I am actually thinking that I ought to end it here, because I do have a D&D session that I am DMing tonight, and with a couple of people from my group, we have decided to go for a bite in the city. So yeah, I am going to leave it off here, but not before we do a raid into our good friend who was here just before. Thank you, Farron. Regson. So go on in, say hi, and I wish you a very good evening. Goodbye.